evening, gang, and welcome to another little chat show. Here we are at the first of the Ides of March. And what was that? That's some history thing, wasn't it? The Ides of March. We're all supposed to be scared of something. I'm just trying to think of anything I'm being scared of today, and I can't think of anything at all. Maybe you can. Hey, anyway, welcome along to our little Sunday night show here with you between now and round about 8 o'clock, all right, boys and girls. If you'd like to join in and you want to send us a message, if you're in the chat box, I'm not in the chat box. Always make a point of saying that a few times through the show because people think I'm in the chat box and I'm not. I can't see the chat box, okay? So if you want to send a message to me, either text it up there, 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or for those of you who have the delightful UK phone, okay, if you've not got a UK phone, maybe you're someone there like lovely Matt actually, who's in Canada, and he'll probably be with us at some point this evening. Then you can use the email, which is chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Right, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Jason's son already with us. Good evening, Jason. Welcome along to the show. He was at the karaoke at the weekend. We had a lovely karaoke, actually. Every Friday and Saturday, boys and girls, I host karaoke at Central Station in Wharfdale Road in King's Cross. On that poster there, you can see some of our little starlets. Okay, slap bang in the middle there is Tom. Oh, I've forgotten his name again. Isn't that funny? Is that not Zach? Oh, God, do you know, this happened last week, didn't it? How can I forget his number like that? His name. Anyway, on the right-hand side there is George in his outfit. Bottom right is Ollie. Top right is Vera, and those other people down there have only been once. Okay. Is it Zong? No, it's not Zong. He sings in a choir. Oh, what's his name now? Nate. That's it. It's Nate. Okay, the lad in the middle is Nate, and those pictures were selected on one night. I decided one night, right, let's get a load of pictures taken and make a new photo. I think it was the Saturday before last we did that. So if you're often in there, no, I'm not in the picture because you weren't there that night, darling. You got to be there all the time. The early bird catches the worm. Early bird catches the two in the bird. And three in the bush, something like that. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, good evening to you, Jason. And so lovely karaoke weekend we've just had there. Jet's there in Canterbury. Greetings, Jet. Hello. No number before 1000 contains the letter A. Did you know that? Why are you telling me that? Have I done something? No number before 1000 contains a letter. Have I misspelled or something, Jet? Have I done something wrong? People love it when they do something wrong. Oh, don't they love to complain? Oh, take a chill pill, will ya? Honestly. When people find something, oh, they can't wait. Like that they are. Oh, your collar is slightly up, something like that, you know. We'll see what you notice and what you don't notice tonight, shall we? Thank you, Jet. All right, sweetheart, and welcome along. Hello to Stu and Sarah. Ah, someone's noticed the new background. Look at that. Yes, spring has sprung. I'm guessing it's spring. First day of March. That is spring, isn't it? I'm sure that's spring. Anyway, spring has sprung. Therefore, we have I have exposed to you, boys and girls, tonight. I have exposed to. I have. You know, why the police are around here, I don't know. Why the police are not around here, I don't know. I have exposed to you, boys and girls, our new background. Let me just move out of the way. You know, pointless spending 15 to 20 quid on a new background if you can only see £7.67 of it, isn't it? Well, here we go. There you are. Look at that. Look. I'm trying to get out of the way. There we are. New backdrop. Flowers, love. Have we got any daffs? No, I don't think they're wildflowers, aren't they? Little daisies and things like that. I'm hoping to have some wildflowers this year. I bought some wildflower seeds because there's, I've told you before, there's an area of my garden which is, it doesn't seem to like shrubs. I know it sounds stupid. I'm probably planting the wrong things because, as with most things, boys and girls, I am amateur. I'm not professional. I'm amateur person. Amateur this, amateur that. Professional at absolutely nothing. I am a have-a-goer. I am a have-a-goer. There are people in this world who pretend to be professionals and know everything. I am not one of them. I am thick. Anyway, carry on with this. Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Stu and Sarah, for noticing that. I feel I should do something for you now. You could have this Legoland gold coin. Would you like this Legoland gold coin? I don't know what it's for, actually. Take to our guest services. I think you get something with that, but it's years old. That was given to me, I think, when... Actually, I think it was Gary gave it, or Gary and Stacey from Gary and Stacey Vlogs gave me this when we went there, and that's a long time ago. Olivia was with us then, so it's at least it's got to be 5 years. How old was Evie? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, more, maybe earlier than that. Yeah, and they gave us this, and I can't remember what it's for. Perhaps you know, boys and girls. Roy in the Thames television area. Good evening, Roy. Is off to see Vera at Paul's show at Central Station tonight. I'll leave halfway through. I should hope so. Well, he's not on till 8, is he? You should have gone there earlier. You could have had a little table set up. Watch it. Oh, stream it to the tellies, dear. Stream it. They've got a not an iPad, not an Android tablet. What's that cheap one? From Amazon. A Fire Stick? Fire Stick pad? No, that don't sound right. Fire Stick. The cheap thing. I think my sister's got one, actually. What's that called? Oh, I can't remember. The Amazon one they've got. They got the Amazon screen there. You should have had them put it on there, my love, and watched me on those screens. With sound and in colour. You lucky people. Mike Rees-Ponto. Good evening, Mike Rees-Ponto. Loves the new intro music. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Thank you. I'm so glad you like that. I have a friend, Shaggy. He usually joins us for the radio show, and he has taken my music, the dun 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 dun, and I don't think it's AI. He's got an Apple. Oh, what did he say it was called? He's got Apple computer, which are the best ones, arguably. I don't have an Apple computer. I just got all PCs here. He's got an Apple computer and a keyboard. I'm not sure exactly what he did, but I don't think it's AI like Suno, which I've used, which is brilliant. He's done it all himself. It's fantastic, isn't it? Shall I play it behind the background, or will that annoy you? Hang on. Something like that. Is that... Can you hear me all right? Is that too loud or what? I don't know. These are all his... He's got so many compositions that he's made here from music that he's heard me play, perhaps as a jingle or as a theme music, which is what we have at the beginning of the show there, and he's just made long versions of it. It's just fantastic. It really is. Anyway, I hope you can still hear me above that. Let me see if that does look about right. Are you all right hearing me? Mike, can you come back to me and just tell me that you can hear me okay? Because I'd hate to have it so bloody loud I'm drowning myself out. Oh, why don't I just listen on the headphones? What an idiot. Then I'll be able to tell. There we are. Yeah, I'm way above that music, aren't I? Yeah, I think so. I'll just drop it down a little bit more. I know some people, they don't like music while people are talking over it. I find it really annoying. There's some of the YouTube videos and the music. Sometimes it's so loud you can't hear the person speaking, and it's kind of just like thrown in there. Some people do it, some people don't. I think it's probably a personal preference, isn't it, really? I've had a little bit of music behind you all the time. Patricia in Manchester is there. Good evening, Patricia. I think one of my friends was in Manchester this week. I don't know what he was doing, actually. There's no Mardi Gras there, is there, this week, is it? I'm not sure what it was doing anyway. Hello, Patricia. Evening to Jason Hughes. Big G is there. Good evening, Big G. He's scared of all the dirty old men and twinks chasing me around Central Station. Yeah, then you woke up, mate. Please. There's no one chasing you, Big G. There's no one chasing me. There's no one chasing you, love. Get used to it. It's just how it is now. You get a little bit older. You're not even as old as me. Still chasing me at 45, thank you very much. Yeah, but blooming twinks. 20-year-olds. Go away. Go away. No, go away. No, I don't want to buy you a drink. Go away. Too young. Get on my bleeding nerves, them people. Full of it, they are. Evening to Zoe Wheeler. Evening, Zoe. Who says, good evening, Uncle Chris. How are you tonight? Myself and Layla, her name was Layla, are still feeling rough. Me with my virus thing and Layla with her chicken pox. Oh, it made me itchy, that is. Poor Layla, that's her daughter. She's scratching away there. It's not fleas, honestly, Layla. It's not not bed bugs. Chicken pox. Not a lot you can do, but sit there and wait it out, love. I'm sorry. Sorry you're like that. It's horrible, especially with that little person, you know. I'm sorry, Layla. Thank you, Zoe. At last, we're talking about Luds, and Mark Bowles appears. Good evening, Mark. Evening to you. Thanks for popping up there. Jason Sun also likes the nice background. Thank you. Good evening to Maureen. She's a bit rough at the moment as well. She likes the new background. Thank you. And good evening to the lovely Jo in Weymouth. She loves the new backdrop. I think you might mean Kindle Fire. Thank you very much. That's the thing. Kindle Fire. That is exactly it. I knew it was something fire. Fire stick, is that the thing you plug in the back of your telly? I haven't got one of those either. Just about got round to using USB sticks, to be honest. It's funny, actually, when I was DJing, when I started DJing, it was all on records. I remember turning up at people's birthday events or weddings, you know, with a Scout Up or a 5-star hotel and everything in between. And I had boxes and boxes of records. I must have had 8 boxes of 7-inch singles, 2 boxes of 12-inch singles, and 2 boxes of LPs. And over time, that became one large box of CDs, and then that became I've got one here somewhere. Here we are. And then they became this, except I didn't carry these around because all my music was on one laptop. Replaced so much weight and space, I tell you. And I have very, very few records left. There's one here, look. Like just slung carelessly on there. Part-time lover, Stevie Wonder. Do you know that one? Ba 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 da 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 ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da. Part-time lover, la la la. That one, yeah. So there's a few records around, but I don't have a single box of records anymore. And I hate to tell you this, I took them all down a dump one day. They're all in boxes, up in the loft, in the shed. And I thought, these are never going to come out of the box again because I had MP3'd them all, you know, put them onto the computer, backed up on about 5 different hard drives. So I saw no point in keep them anymore. And other people I've told that to, you know, say, it could have been worth some money. No, mate, no, not worth money. Scratched to bits because I was a DJ. You know, vinyl that is worth money generally is in really good condition. A lot of it has never been opened. It's got the cellophane still on it if it's new enough to have cellophane. And even then, you're looking at maybe 20, 50 quid for one record. I don't think you make them. I have a few boxed sets of records that many 25 or 30 years ago, record companies gave me for supporting their music, I suppose like a tip, really, like a tip or something like that. And I think I've got Whitney Houston, maybe Mariah Carey, and maybe Michael Jackson. I can't remember where they're in the cupboard though. I've got some box sets of that. Perhaps I should look those up and see if they're worth anything. But I won't sell them. I don't want to sell them. You know, I'll probably pass them on to someone who collects records. Actually, I've got someone in my mind who collects records. Yeah. He likes vinyl. He's quite young as well. I shall not mention the name. No, I shan't mention names. Thank you very much. Austin Graves is with us. Good evening from a sunny South Africa. We are sat waiting to be entertained. Let me entertain you. La da da da. Is it that right song? I don't know anyway. Wendy in Bogner's with us. Good evening, Wendy. Hello. Good evening. Is that a new clock? You've got a Disney one. No, it's not. Oh, hang on. Do you mean... No, the pink one, you can see better. All I did was angle it a bit. I just turned it round a bit. I thought, oh, that looks better on there, you know, because once I put this up, I fired up my my computer software to send you the show to see how it looks. Because actually, I won't lie to you, looking from here, it looks a bit crap. Okay? I'm not pleased with the quality of this. But on there... it actually looks better on the screen than it would do if you were sitting in here with me. And it's a very small room, this is. It's quite a small room. It's not as small as the room when I'm up at the Caravan when I do the shows from there, but it is quite a small room in here. And it does look better to you than it does if I'm looking directly at it. Now, the pink one, I think you've seen for a while there. I did have the other one up before, but I took it down for a while. So now they're both up. The pink one is the clock on top of Disneyland in Paris. And the one on the right is from Beauty and the Beast, Mr. Cogsworth. Okay, which I brought back with me from California back in June. So they're both up there now. We have little Claridge's teddy bear. She's a lady like with a duster and all that, lady chalet maid type thing. And then we have a Mickey Mouse. I've cleaned up a little bit at the back because I thought it was looking a bit messy. There was a lot on there, and every time I blooming moved around, I'd knock something off, you know. Thank you, Wendy. Glad you like it. Dean is there as well. A very good evening to Dean as well. Now, I thought we'd do a couple of little quizzes tonight. Because I know some people, oh, maybe I'd like to send them a text or something like that, but I don't really know what to say. Well, I'm going to change that tonight. It's something I'd intended to do for some time now, and just do a couple of little quizzes with you and see how that goes, all right? I've got the first one standing by there, but first, let's do some of our chat. Here's a question for you. Would you eat something dangerous, you know, for your social media? Now, we see these kids, and they're always young. I don't really see anyone old do it. I suppose you could argue when someone's walking across like a zip wire, I don't know, in 2 blocks in the middle of New York City with no net underneath them. That's just as bad. But they are older, and they kind of... I think as you get older, your head becomes more screwed on, if you see what I mean. If you're a teenager, and they take all sorts of terrible risks, really, when you think about it, so that they can get that perfect picture, and they require verification, these youngsters. They're doing it for ticks, for love arts, you know. And I've said before, don't do things for verification. When you like my show or hype it or whatever, I think there's a hype thing going on as well, which a couple of people have done before. When you do that, it is greatly appreciated. Do you know what I mean? But even if there was none, I would still be doing this. I do not require verification for anyone. I just do it, really. These kids, if they don't get more than 100 likes, they have anxiety attacks. It's a shame that we've got to this point, and I don't know how you turn it round again. I think the government were talking about taking away social media for under 16s, but it's a bit like closing the door after the horse has got out, isn't it? You know, I think. What do I think about it? Should that be done? Under 16s, no social media. What will happen is it will be very hard for the young people that are already got it, if you see what I mean. Take, for example, great niece Evie or great nephew George. You know, they're both 13 now, so they've had it. I can't see you taking it away from them if they've already got it. But the people coming through now, maybe yes, maybe no. But you know what youngsters are like. They can walk circles around us with all this technology stuff, can't they? You know. You want to know how to work the remote control on your brand new telly? Give it to your 10-year-old. They'll soon suss it out. And my mobile phone, great niece Evie, when she was about 8, managed to unlock it. That's before facial recognition. She must have been secretly watching me tap the number in, or I don't know. And they'd be there taking photos of me, right? And then put the phone back without me knowing. I'd go back to my caravan. Right, when I'm up there, and I'm like, all right, I'll do some work now. Just now, what pictures have I got? Oh, and there'd be all these pictures of me or Evie making stupid faces at the camera. Emily does it as well, my niece's daughter. She nicks your camera and takes 10 million pictures of herself in various different poses with stupid faces, which is quite amusing, I must say. We do like that. But, you know, they'll be able to get around that. It's a bit of a waste of time. You know, like old Keir Starmer, he introduced that, you know, without saying too much, that verification age thing for certain websites. Oh, those kids will get straight round that. Immediately, everyone downloaded a VPN. Virtual private number. or virtual private network, isn't it? You know, and I think you just click on that, and it connects to another country, so it looks like you're in that country. There you go. Don't need to tell them your age now. So every time they try and do something digitally to stop people doing it, they get around it. It's a waste of time. Really is. In China, lots of things don't work as they do for you and me in China. Facebook's one of them. I think Twitter and YouTube. Lots of those things don't work. Unless, of course, you've got a VPN. And guess what the Chinese have a lot of? They've all got VPNs. It's just a waste of time when these governments do it because people find a way around it. But anyway, some of these youngsters, they eat things for likes. And there's a very sad story here in The Sun. Food influencer dies after eating toxic devil crab. Now, I was very concerned when I first saw this. I thought, oh no, not my love, Hannah Ricketts. If I was straight, I'd be chatting up Hannah Ricketts. Beautiful lady. She talks so well. She's very engaging, she is. The way she talks. She doesn't bark at you. Do you know what I mean? She talks to you like you're another person. I feel like she's talking to me. I do, and I keep mentioning her. She's one of my sister's favourites as well. Hannah Ricketts. I don't know if the rest of the family like her, Gary and Tracy. I don't know. But my sister likes her. And it was actually my sister who put me onto her as well. She was doing this hotel this week. It's an expensive hotel, £750 a night, which is not London prices. I mean, there you're higher than that. But £750 a night was this hotel room. And it was dirty. It was not, you know what I mean? Not dirty as in absolutely filthy. There was just dust and little speckles of dirt. And you know, if you've got, have I got one? Oh, I have. Hang on. There we are. What she needed, hang on. Is it round? Oh, hang on. Is it down there or not? Hang on. Oh, no, it's not. It's a reflection. I don't know what it's a reflection of. It just needed a little bit of a dust, that's all. And there was bits of chips and all that. And when I've stayed at the really nice hotels, well, one of them in London and the one in Ascot, they're the ones I've stayed at, don't really see dirt. You wouldn't find a hair in a sink or anything like that, you know what I mean? Oh, it's a bit scummy, that is. Hairs and... I don't like that. Even worse, hair in a toilet. I know it sounds stupid. You're looking and there's a little curly... Oh, no! Or make me feel ill. But she went to this hotel, and I don't think she only gave it 6.8, I think, out of 10. The food was there. I think she was surprised she had to pay extra for certain things. Because generally, if you're in a really posh hotel, and anyone can do that, you just have to save up the money. You know, you have to cancel something to be able to do that. That's life. That's life. You know, you take your choice. Do you want to smoke 20 fags a day, or do you want to stay at a 5-star hotel maybe 2 or 3 times a year? Up to you. Up to you. Okay. And yeah. She was saying how she had to pay for some extra things. The shock of it really for me was the spa. They had a spa there, right? The two posh, I mean really posh hotels I've stayed at, Claridge's and Coworth Park, right? The two hotels there both have spas. And if you stay there at a large cost to you, that is included. You just go down to the spa or walk across the grounds to the spa. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm staying room. Yeah, we know already. And they seem to know already you're there anyway. I don't know how they know that. I'm sure when you book into one of these places that your picture goes around on all the little tills and screens and things like that. So when you appear, oh, hello, Mr. Reardon, how are you? Which is all very nice, all part of the service, you know. It's nice. It's nice. Not quite the same as a Premier Inn. I mean, Premier Inn, great little places. I think they're great. You get what you pay for. A bed, a TV, a shower. Do you know what I mean? I think it's great, Premier Inn. Yeah, it's on a whole different level. But you can use the spa, right? This place where she was staying at, £750. Oh, would you like to use a spa? Extra £150. And I'm thinking, nah. That put me off that place straight away. And it looked all right. The grounds were lovely. Really nice. Anyway, that's my advert for Hannah Ricketts. Hopefully she'll mention me at some point as well. I'd love to meet her, actually. She chats away. She's very, very friendly. Very, very friendly. Anyway, I was concerned, back to this story here, that it was her who had eaten something and poisoned herself to death. And praise the Lord, it's not her. But still, sadly, it's someone else. Food influencer dies after eating toxic devil crab for social media stunt as urgent warning over deadly critter is issued. And this is not the first person that I've seen. Like I say, the kids take risks for likes. They want to be liked. I suppose it's the large version of being in a school and being popular, really, isn't it? You know, everyone wants to be popular at school, don't they? I mean, I don't think I was, but it doesn't matter. Lots of people want to be the most popular person, whether or not they're nice or not. You know, there's a lot of horrible people just want to be top dog all the time, isn't there? We had a couple of those at the school, but, whatever. Anyway, it says a popular food influencer has died after eating a venomous crustacean known as a devil crab. Emma, and she's 51, she's not even young. Emma chewed on the rare shellfish before... shellfish. I can't say that. What can I say? Emma chewed on the rare shellfish before collapsing at her home once the cocktail of toxins had entered her bloodstream. It's just crazy. Footage shows the food vlogger lifting the crab to her mouth and then gorging on it with a smile on her face. Emma and her friends had been hunting shellfish and crabs in a mangrove forest near her house in the Palawan province of the Philippines on the February the 4th. They're nice people, aren't they? A lot of nurses are Filipino, aren't they? Beautiful people, so caring, full of empathy. They really are. So it took less than 24 hours before the mother fell gravely ill as the potent cocktail of neurotoxins flooded her bloodstream. Neighbours said she was convulsing as she was rushed to a local hospital where her health took a fatal turn. Would you eat something dodgy? You know, in your mind, you think, nah, this will be all right. You don't actually think you're going to die, right? Perhaps, I think, what's that fish? Puffer fish. Now, I believe it might be that one, or it might be something else. I'm not no expert on cooking, as you found out with the vegetable soup video. But I think it's a puffer fish, and if it's not cooked correctly, it poisons you. Might be called something else. If any Japanese people out there may be wondering, no. If that's correct or not, puffer fish, or is it something else? I can't remember now. Okay, don't cook it correctly. So if you cooked it, like you think as an amateur cook, which a lot of the younger people would be, you know, I'm sure there's one or two professionals out there, you know, but there'd be one or two amateur cooks out there who might try and cook the puffer fish to eat it on camera and get likes. I'm about to eat a poisonous fish. Unbeknown to them, they haven't cooked it correctly, and then dead. Would you eat something dodgy like that to make a YouTube or a TikTok so that you can get likes, and if you're very lucky, earn money out of it as well? Because believe me, if you get the right video on YouTube, you only need one video. If you've suddenly got 10 million people watch that video, you've got a lot of money coming your way, mate. Seriously. Some of these YouTubers are on tens of thousands, if not millions, per week or per month. There used to be a list. My nephew used to look at this list, and it could tell you how much people were making, but I gather that's been... you can't do that anymore. They did something to it. She was pronounced dead 2 days afterwards, just 2 days after she ate this crab. Dreadful. And a lady said urged locals not to gamble with their lives by eating this dangerous animal. So, I mean, you know, it's just crazy to me that someone would want to do that. Big G. The worst one I see for ticks was a guy in his late teens, early 20s, licking a public toilet seat. You're asking for trouble, aren't you? What's on those toilet seats? I mean, I don't even like to sit on them, do you? Do you get a bit of toilet paper and put it around, put it around the toilet seat and then sit down on it, eh? Do you do that? Oh, dear. Horrible, innit? Carl Shaw's with us. Good evening, Carl. Fugu Japanese blowfish. That's the one. I beg your pardon. See, I knew I was wrong with that. It's not pufferfish. Fugu Japanese blowfish. Only 4 people in the world that can cook this. Cook the wrong part, you are dead. You will be Jesusified, as the TikTok doctor says. There's this wonderful TikTok doctor of Asian appearance. He's quite big. He wears glasses and he tells you exactly how it is. But if there's any death involved, he doesn't say you're going to die. He says you will be Jesusified. Or, you know, you will meet Jesus very quickly unless you come and see me. He says it like, it's very, very funny. I can't think of his name now. Anyone seen him? If you know his name, let us know. Big guy, Asian. He's got an Asian wife who sometimes make an appearance, and he has black-rimmed glasses. Very, very good. Not only does he teach you, he's actually very, very entertaining as well. My favourite comment was him is when they come in to see me at Casualty, because he's a casualty doctor, come in to see me with Casualty with the entire selection of vegetables from Asda inside them. There's some very strange people out there. They're probably walking among us now, boys and girls. Walking among us now. Strange people. Thank you, Carl. So it's Fugu Japanese blowfish. Yeah. Don't be trying to cook one of those in your hot air fryers. I love mine. My sister gave me a hot air fryer. I think it's 3 years old. It's all I use. Hot air fryer. Or hot air. That's it, isn't it? Hot air fryer. That's what it's called. Matt Martin says, good evening, Matt. Jake, that's his son, little son, and Matt are watching from beautiful Winnipeg in Canada. And today, it's warm there today, only minus 26 degrees centigrade. Right for you than me, mate. You don't go outside in that weather, do you? Blimey. Good job I'm here to keep you inside then, innit? That's all right. No, thank me now. If you don't wait till later, you can thank me now, Matt. Thank you. Only minus 26 with the wind today. Would you be so kind as to send some heat and maybe some vegetable soup our way? Sending lots of love, Matt Martins. Thank you very much, Matt. He's desperate for the heat there, aren't you, my love? Just going back there, Big G says, I've got loads of vinyl records from when I was a mobile DJ in the 1980s. What, now you've told me something else about yourself, Big G. I never knew you was a mobile DJ. Same as me then. Back in the 80s, and it was the same time. Yeah, I never knew that. The other day I discovered he's got cats. Well, I am a cat person. You know, in fact, just before the show, I popped downstairs at about 10 to get a cup full of water in my Donald Duck Disney cup, and the cat that visiting me is waiting at the back door. It lays down there, and when I come into the kitchen and turn the light on, it gets up and just stands there waiting for me. He got a nice handful of biscuits just before I came out there. Very grateful. Meow, and he meows at me. He talks to me now. Meow, meow. Follows me to the bins. Follows me back. Wonderful, lovely to have a little friend like that. Anyway, Big G's got loads of vinyl records from when he was a mobile DJ in the 80s, stored under the stairs. I really should get rid of them, as I won't play them ever again. You got 12-inch singles there, Big G? I tell you what, I'd like to know what 12-inch singles you've got. I'd like to know that, my love. I could maybe borrow them and MP3 them if I haven't got them. My nephew's got my old Technics 1210. I gave it to him, Jimmy. And he's got some vinyl. He likes old school vinyl. He likes Frank Sinatra and all the Rat Pack, you know, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. He likes all that stuff. Isn't it funny? He's only 27 or 28, I think he is. I've just been received the date for baby Ernie's christening, which is in July, which I have now confirmed in my book for myself, which gives me an extra week at the caravan as well. So that's very nice. There we are. Linda in Leicester. Life is precious. Why take risk? Oh, I so agree with you. Listen, Linda, I won't even get on a bleeding roller coaster, love. No. Why, oh, why do people want to get to the top of a roller coaster and think they are going to die? Why do people want that? I don't get it. It does nothing for me whatsoever. I mean, when I was at Disney last time in Magic Kingdom, I even had to ask them to slow down. It's a small world. I thought it was going too fast. La 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 la. Can you slow it down, please? It's a bit fast. Kids are loving it. Faster, faster. I remember being on I think it was some planes or something, again, with my nephew Jimmy, when he was, I think he was 17 going to 18. Took him there for his 18th birthday, but I think he was 17 at the time. And we went on this thing in Disney, in Florida, and it was, I think it was planes, and it had a lever, right? And you pulled this lever and the plane went up and down. He was going, oh, I feel ill. I was feeling ill. I hated it. And then... 10 years or more later, I took my niece and her family to Disney in Paris, and we went on the same ride, and I got in one of them little plane things with great niece Emily, who was about 8 at the time, and she's doing the same thing. Stop it, Emily, I can't stand it. And her mum was in the plane next to her. Mum, Chris doesn't like it. Chris doesn't, up and down, I can't bear it, no. Why do people want to think they're going to die when they're going on? It's bad enough when you go to A&E. You know, I've been there again this week. It's all right, though. Nothing to see here. Please move along, apparently. Chest pains, stomach pains. Typed into here, NHS 111. Go to A&E. I'm like, what? I was expecting a phone call of some sort. Oh, hello, it's the doctor here. Hello, Mr. Bearden. How are you today? No, go to A&E now. So... I did my radio show first. We can't give that up. And I went there. Lots of blood tests. Even a CT scan on my stomach this week. Can't see anything there. Please move along. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Linda and Leicester, I would not eat anything that looked or was dodgy. Not worth feeling ill or worse. You're so right, Linda. It's like people either... Or, you know, I know it's 8 weeks out of date. Is it all right? I'll put this... And then they're very ill. Very ill. I actually do sniff stuff like food. It might be 2 or 3 days out of date. Any more than that, then probably not. But I'll take off the wrapper, you know, have a little... Yeah, it smells fine. And in the cooker it goes. Maybe cook it a bit longer to kill any evilness that might be in there. Thank you, Linda, darling. Shaggy's there. Good evening, Shaggy. They love your new music, my love. They love it. Evening, Shaggy. Hope you were. Absolutely love the new opener to the Sunday night show. Works really well and sounds professional. Yeah, 'cause you done the music, mate. 'Cause you done the music. I can play people the music. If they've... Have you just joined us? You've missed it then, haven't you? Would you like to hear the music that Shaggy wrote? Hang on a minute. Let me load that in my my player machine. Music shortcut. There you are. You are on here. This is not... You know you have to give something a file name. The file name of this file, Shaggy, you'll be very pleased, is 1. This is the new opening music that Shaggy has made for us. So basically, he's taken the old theme tune, you know, but which is... Oh, I don't know. I've got that here. Have I got that here? Hang on. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. UKT, is it UKT? UKT start music. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so this is and he does this with his Apple computer. Now I don't know, Shaggy. Perhaps you can answer the question there. I was saying earlier, I don't think what you do is AI, is it? You're playing it on a keyboard. You're listening to it and then playing it, aren't you? I'm sure that is the case. Right, hang on a minute. I can't drag that in for some reason. Just give that a second to finish off looking for it. There it goes. So this, I still can't drag that in there. I don't know why. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see. Oh, God. I can't do it now. Hang on. UK start, is it? Start? No. I can't find the original. Oh, how annoying. Oh. Where's it going to be? It's all a bit of guesswork, really, to be. This whole thing is guesswork. You know, when I say the show's prepared, there you go, look. Some people are so meticulous at the way they do stuff. You know, everything is in its place. It's a bit like the old cooking video that we did this week, isn't it? when we did 2 this week. Jow Frazee around my mate's house, Rob, and Sheila is kind of the Sheila and Rob. They are husband and wife. Okay, so I was round their house, and Rob, you get round there, everything's laid out, little bowls of spices already mixed to go in there. The bottles are all up there ready, and then when it come to me, I hadn't even got the stuff out of the cupboards for my vegetable soup. They went mad on the leek thing because I didn't wash the inside of the leeks, and I did wonder what that little bit of grit was that I had while I was having my homemade vegetable soup. Thank you very much. Now, are we going to find this or not? Oh, I'm so disappointed. Music. Is it beds? Let's try type in the whole. Ooh. Close. These are all long. I'll play you a little bit of the long one. So this is the original that he took, right? Okay. All right. So that's actually the long version of it, but you get the general idea. And he changed it. He took that and made this out of it. It's about 45 seconds long. Have a listen to what he did with it. How good is that? I wish I could do that. I can't do that. So it's Shaggy's music that you now get before and at the end of the show as well. And I intend to make a long opening video that we'll run around about 5 to 6 before the show in future, of just little images and places that are around me here and that I go to perhaps. And that'd be quite a nice little opening thing, just as a warm up before 6 o'clock. We used to do it years ago when I did this show sort of every morning. I mean, literally every morning. 5. I think I ended up doing 7 mornings a week. Every single morning I'd do it. Oh, maybe not Sunday. I think I did Monday to Saturday, and we used to start off with a little video like that. Anyway, thank you, Shaggy, for that. Fantastic music, mate. Fantastic. There's also another bloke, Roy, actually, who makes me jingles. He makes jingles for the show. He's actually made when we do our little quiz things in a bit. He made those as well, little quiz bits, and that was using a thing called Suno. Now, that is AI. Suno is AI. Okay, so you type in, you can try it yourself. There's a free version. You type in there your idea. Okay, you may or may not give it some lyrics. That's up to you. So you could say, please make a love story about Chris and Mark Bowles, for example. Please make a love story about... Sorry, Mark. Please make a love story about Chris and Mark, who's my fancy man, right? Make it happy and they go on holiday to the Isle of Wight and they get married in London. and a priest marries them, but they're not allowed to say who it was because it's a bit secret, and he'd get the sack, something like that. I'm sorry, I'm just living in my world of fantasy again, aren't I? That's what's going on there. Nothing to do with the show, really. And you would type that into Suno, Suno, press a button, and it will create a song. Not with just those words. It will build an entire song around those words. It'll give you verses, and it's fantastic. This AI stuff really is so good. But Shaggy does it himself, I think, on the Apple Mac laptop thing, whatever he's got there, and it's just amazing. People are talented like that. Thank you, Shaggy. Jet in Canterbury says, I was brought up by my mother's cooking, so yes, I have eaten lots of dangerous foods. I don't believe that for one moment, Jet. You liar. Come on, no one cooks food better than your mother. I might ask Gary that in front of his wife. I might ask nephew Gary that in front of his wife and see what she says. You find that the lads won't tell you. The lads won't tell you. I bet most lads who have been lucky enough to have beautiful mums like I had, and then they get married and it's not like my home cooking, but I won't say anything in case I get hit. I know, awful. Good evening to the lovely Shania. Evening, Shania. Welcome along. She's on the Isle of Wight. Hello, Shania. Daryl's there. Evening, Daryl. Funny you should mention the air fryer. I've just put my chicken in there. I hope it's dead. Oh, don't put a live chicken in there, darling. It's not nice. He's just cooking his dinner while listening. Enjoy your dinner there. Big G. Oh, are you taking over the chat box tonight, Big G? He's got a dilemma. Oh, well, let's see what's wrong with him then. I have a dilemma. I have a friend. Oh, yeah. That's how it always starts, isn't it? I have a friend. Oh, I'm asking for a friend, I'm asking for a friend. I have a friend who likes your viewer, Mark Bowles, and he really likes... Do you think he should just turn up, find out from his mates where he drinks and turn up there? Is it a bit like that? Anyway, let's read this dilemma. I have another dilemma. I have a friend who has a different opinion on most things in life to me. But I've always not argued the point because of how fragile they are. But the other day, I finally snapped and pulled them up on it. I obviously hurt their feelings because not spoken in a few days, even though I feel better for speaking up. Should I apologise? I'd be inclined to... Do you think he's hurt? Things hurt me, believe me. Things hurt me. And I generally don't say anything. I keep quiet to keep the peace, usually. Difficult. I think, you see, I try and avoid confrontation at all costs. I'm a little bit of an empath. I can see something down the road. Yeah? I can see something coming. It might be years away. Might be. I was having this conversation with my sister about 3 months ago. I can see something coming. Right? And it might be years away, but I can see it coming, and I will try and avoid what's coming, if you see what I mean, or take another route and avoid it, because I can't be bothered arguing with people. I can't, honestly, I can't, and a lot of the time someone has got a problem that isn't really there, and I'm convinced that some people just want total, utter drama all the time. You speak to some people and they seem to be constantly in an argument with someone, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Or whenever you meet them, there's another story that they've had a row with someone else or some people because of something they didn't like. I don't like stuff. I just walk off. Can't be bothered with it. The thing is, right, if you apologise, do you think it will happen again? You know, somewhere around down the line, maybe you think it might happen again, in which case it's a bit pointless apologising, isn't it? Or maybe if you don't apologise, it will just quietly go away. That's what I usually hope for, you know. I myself try to avoid confrontation unless it comes to work. And there, if I'm doing my job and I only do, I only go out, that one of my sources of income is to do the karaoke. And if someone starts telling me how to do that, or I was like this with the DJing as well, you know, because being a creative type person, and there's quite a lot of us, you know, we'll do a little creative type things, whether you're a chef or, I don't know, a chef, a singer, and you've been doing it for years, and sometimes, oh, a lovely song. But if you do it like this, I don't think so, mate. Go away. We had this, and I can tell you now, with someone at the pub. They've gone now. But what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. I can tell you now, you see, because they've gone. Usually at the beginning of the night, I'm playing the music. And I needed to go to the toilet. You know, I got a bit of IBS going on. It was particularly bad yesterday, I have to be honest with you. Today, you know, so it is what it is. So I went to the toilet, and I'm up there, and I come back down, and the music had stopped. So clearly, I don't know why it stopped. I looked, and maybe I didn't put it on continue, because there's a button on the play out music which says auto stop. So at the end of each song, it will stop. If I've pushed that, then it will stop, and that's what I'm... Anyway, so I was going over to it, and this bloke come up to us. He's not... And the other thing is, he's nowhere near my age, which also is a problem. You know, when you get a young manager, and some of the old fellas and you lovely older ladies out there, someone young comes in and they're managing you, 25 years old, 30 years old, and they're trying to manage a 60-year-old, a 50-year-old, or even a 40-year-old. Ain't going to happen, is it? Not going to happen. We're either going to walk or shout, one of the two. So I've gone over to the computer. He's come running up. He's about 30, I think. The music stopped. Yeah, I know, I'll sort that out now. Right. Well, it's not good. Yeah, I know, I'll sort it out now. And he's standing there, looking at me. He'd been there about 2 weeks. It's all 2 weeks he'd been there. I've been there 12 years now, I think. There you go. Music's on now. Yeah, well, it's not good, is it? Yeah, I know, but it's on now. Well, it shouldn't happen. I said, listen, what's your problem? He said, well, the music stopped. I said, I know. Now go away. What do you mean go away? I said, go away now. I said, the music's on. Stop moaning. Don't tell me what to do. Are you trying to make something of this? I said, maybe. You are. And he said something else. I said, right. And I swore, F off now. Otherwise, I'm packing this and I'm going home. All right? So what do you want to do? Well, the music... what are you going to do? Go away. And he went away, and I never had another problem with him. When it comes to work, if someone's been doing the job 15, 20 years or whatever, you know how it is. And there's got to be one or two of you out there who have come across this before, haven't you? You must have done. Anyway, never had a problem with him again. And then about 6 to 8 weeks after that, he went anyway. Didn't fit in. The pub I work at, you have to fit in there. It's not a large company. It's kind of a family-run business, if you see what I mean. And everyone is in with everyone else, if you see what I mean. We'll look after each other. We're friendly to each other. And then now and again, you get one hole, don't you? One hole that comes in and they don't fit in. And the moment I met this bloke, I thought, nah, you ain't going to fit in here, mate. Just didn't work. And we've had, in the 11 years I've been there, I think there's been about 3 people in all that time that haven't fitted in. Funny, innit? There you go. One of those. I don't know how we got onto the subject of that. So that was the story there, and that person's gone there, and it's kind of all back to normal. Because believe me, back in October, I was ready to walk. I thought, no, I don't need any of this, and you don't. Yeah, you get to a certain age, you don't want it. Don't want people telling you what to do, and it's also the way they talk to you. If you come barking, oh, you should do this, you should do that. No, mate. No, you're wasting your breath with me, in one ear and out the other. If you're helpful and talking a certain way, then yeah. All right, Chris. Oh, I see you've had a problem with that yellow light today. It's up to you, but I can show you how that works. Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, just that. But oh, thanks ever so much. You know, you come down and says, the yellow light's not working. Look, I'm going to show you how to do it. Push that button. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, okay, mate, if you say so. There are ways of talking to people, and some people can do it, and some people can't. He couldn't. I wasn't the only one. Apparently, the old manager there, who is not the manager there now, he demoted himself to barman. He didn't want the responsibility anymore. He went up to him and he said they were having some sort of issue, and he said to him, he said, I can get rid of you, you know. And the old manager said, well, good luck with that one, mate. And he's still there. Blooming people get on your nerves, don't they, for that night. Yeah, yes, Big G, it's because you don't tick the boxes, mate. Well, you tick one box. It's because you tick one box, mate. There we are. Here we go. Shaggy on the subject of his excellent music. Let's have a quick sparse of it now. Oh, no, that's not his. Sorry, Shaggy. Sorry, Shaggy. Just quickly. It's another one of his. This is the full-length 3 minutes and 50 seconds version. Oh, yeah, baby. I love it, Shaggy. I love it. No, it's not AI, Chris. No, I didn't think it was. I use Apple software called Logic Pro on my Mac. You build the track using the built-in instruments, then compose it with any of the hundreds of instruments available. It takes ages to properly learn the software and edit tracks as well. I've been using it for about 8 years now, and I still don't use half of its features. Well, it's fantastic, mate. You see, I would love to be able to do that, Shaggy. I'm not a person that can learn from books and, you know, lists of manuals and instructions. I find great difficulty doing it. I just don't retain the information. However, if I went to a class somewhere, I might have a bit of a chance. You know, say there's like, I don't know, 10 people in this class and you've got a music teacher up there. Okay, open your laptops. Right, let's build a song. I could probably do it like that. And in actual fact, you have encouraged me here by what you've done to perhaps seek some sort of music technology lesson. Maybe they have some around here somewhere at nighttime college, because I have so many things in my head. For example, the version of the Credo that you did. Okay, some of the notes aren't right, but that's okay. It generally, overall, it sounds fantastic. And if we could get that done with the notes in the right place and the everything, the rhythm was great. The drums. And I would post that then on organists' websites. You know, you'd get some of them. Oh, it doesn't really sound like the one we're used to. Oh, no, it's not very traditional. Some even might say it's not very reverent. 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 I don't know about that. I think it does. Actually, Shania, would you say, would that be acceptable to play that sort of version at the Credo? I've got that somewhere as well, haven't I? Where's that now? The Credo thing. It's a hymn thing, and if you've ever watched like one of those big masses, like at the Vatican or something like that, well, where have I put that? Probably downloads, I would imagine. Let's try that. Nope, not there. Maybe I didn't take it down off your Facebook thing yet. Hang on. Let's see if it... Do you remember it, Shania? Anyone who knows the Credo, let me just play you a little bit of it, and you'll see what Shaggy's done to it at my request. I asked him to do it, and he said, okay, what... So I sent him a version of it, but it wasn't like single notes, so he's got to try and listen himself and work out what the notes are. I wonder if I can find that for you. Jukebox jury message. Do. We're doing a little bit of music tonight. We can do music here because it's been created by one of us. So there's no copyright on this. It's wonderful being able to do this with you. It really is. Here's the big band version of the Credo, right? All on his laptop. Just waiting for the drums to come in. I can't remember where the drums come in. What do you reckon, Shania? If he could get this right with the notes and the general stuff there, I'd be happy to play this behind some singers if I could do it. How good is that? How good is that? Seriously, I'm amazed by your talent. I really am. Anyway, he says, you build the track using the built-in instruments. It takes ages to properly learn the software and edit tracks as well. He's been using it for about 8 years now. 8 years he's been using that. It's fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Jane and Paul are there. Hello to Jane and Paul. Loving the show. What's your favourite song and film? Love Jane and Paul from Bromley. Or favourite song? That's difficult. I really like the song called by Regina, Regina, called Day by Day. That's one of my favourite songs of all time. It was a 90s club tune, okay, but didn't do well at all. I can't play that for you due to copyright. Regina, look it up, Regina, Regina, Day by Day. I think it's on the Spotify as well there, okay. Favourite film, Sound of Music. Just so warm and beautiful, The Sound of Music. Ours is Let's Funk Tonight by Blue Feather from the 80s and Blade Runner. Oh, very different to my stuff, isn't it? Anyway, thanks Jane and Paul. Kevin's there in Edgware. Hello, Kevin. Sorry, Chris, I forgot about your life. I'm currently still working. Work harder. Work harder there, Kevin in Edgware. Alan King with us. Good evening, Alan. Who says, good evening, Chris. How are you on this first day of spring? Feeling very flowery, Alan. Feeling very flowery. I'm glad I found you on Facebook. We are now friends on there as well, from Alan King. Thank you very much, Alan. Rob Kershaw with us tonight. Evening, Rob. Who says, on the subject of the social media thing, kids today live much of their lives online, especially on social media, and for many it has become an unhealthy obsession. The sense of self-worth is measured by likes and follow accounts. This is what I'm talking about, yeah? When they don't get the response I expect, they often fall into victim mode, complaining about how unfair life is, even when they come from comfortable backgrounds with professional parents. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, you see, I think with a lot of people, you might get the spotlight for a while. As a DJ, I did. I had the spotlight, right? And then at some point, it moves off you onto someone else. And that's hard. That can be hard. Don't get angry about it. That's just how it is. And the spotlight moved from me. I started losing a bit of DJ work here, there. Oh, someone young and pretty over there. Let's go with them now. Yeah, but that's just how it is, and I've seen it time and time again. You see it, especially with a lot of the Z-list celebrities. The people in The Only Way Is Essex for a while. With the bleeding big lips and the fake. And it's on the, and then it moves to someone else, and they're in deep depression, anxiety, and all that. because they've lost the light. It's gone to someone else. And it's hard, but if that happens, just carry on. Carry on and be grateful for what you had and what you've still got, I think, really. You know? It was horrible. Horrible. Well, you kind of... Eventually you move out of favour with people when they find something else that they like. It's like trends as well, you know, like the fantastic... There was someone I saw, was Stan Boardman, that's it. Stan Boardman has just been taken off something because they said they didn't like that something wrong with his humour in the 70s. Might have been classed as racism or phobia of homophobia. I don't know what it was. Or fatism or... you know, sexism, something like that. But a lot of you and I, we quite like that humour because it is just humour. To us, we find it very funny, don't we? I do. Nothing better than a gay joke, is there? You know, how'd you get 4 gays on a chair, turn it upside down? I mean, there's one there for you. I find it funny, and I'm one of them. But... generally, the younger society... oh, what a terrible thing he said. Excuse me, I'm going... doesn't matter, you shouldn't say it. What do you mean, shouldn't say it? Say what I like. You know, who are you to tell me what to say? And times move on, and then they want something else. It's just how it is. Just how it is, and you've got to kind of either go along with it or carry on doing your thing and keep the people with you that you've got. Really, I think that's what I think there. We still haven't done a quiz yet. Come on. Years ago, how often did you hear children being diagnosed with ADHD or anxiety? Never. Never happened, did it? Very rarely. Now these terms are everywhere. It's hardly surprising that future generations are being labelled with attention disorders, anxiety and poor social skills when so many parents allow their children to retreat to their bedrooms and communicate mainly through a phone screen. This is from Rob. I generally worry about the future of the UK workforce. Will we still have skilled professionals 40 years, or will doctors be searching TikTok to learn how to change a plaster? It's troubling though. I think a robot will be doing it. Honestly, I think robots will be doing operations and things like that possibly far better than a doctor can. But you see, a robot may not take a risk. You know, when you're under that surgeon's knife and maybe... you've gone in for something and he sees something else. Some of those doctors will then take the risk or close you up and say, nah, sorry, mate, nothing we can do. You've got 6 months. I'd rather you take the risk. And if you're going to die on the table, you know. Actually, can't tell you who it is. Someone was telling me that they went in for a... I think it was womb cancer. I think it was. And she said to the surgeon before she went down, she said, if you find something else in there, just take it out. Don't close me up and then ask me again, I've found this, what do you want? No, just do it. And that's what happened in the end. She had the whole thing out, ladies. You know what I mean. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a lady, but I'm sure you know what I mean. She had the whole thing out in the end. So, yeah. I think robots, Rob. What are your views on people going live on social media while they're at work, Chris? That depends on the thing, you know. A lot of the people, they got a little camera or a mobile phone, a lot on TikTok, and it's just next to them, I don't know, serving burgers, or I particularly like the lady in China who drives a train. And you never see her face. The camera's there, and it's got this music, wonderful little bit of music playing, and she's driving this train, do 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 do, and it goes through buildings. I like that personally. Depends. Don't think I'd like to see like a phone, perhaps in the Ministry of Defence. A live stream from there, perhaps, giving all the secrets away. They're all on the bleeding telly, aren't they? Oh, you should tell us if you're going to do this. You're going to do. No, you should not, mate. The element of surprise. I see streaming from places like Subway and KFC. Why are company allowing this? How is it as acceptable when customer conversations and sometimes even their faces are being broadcast online? Very, very good point. Very good point. You're a very good point there. Perhaps they have a little sign up. I don't know how it works. Sean O'Sullivan's there. Good evening, Sean. In Tipperary. Da, 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 da. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. I love it. We love the music. I'm surprised you're a fan of Regina. How do you feel about ska music? Oh, like Madness and two-tone stuff. It's all right. It's all right. Do you know Regina, Day by Day? Do you know that song? Well, it might be another artist called Regina. The artist was Regina and the song is Day by Day. Great song. I think if you search for karaoke versions of songs, a la Trigger in Only Fools, you can play clips, as the fact those songs are on YouTube means they weren't taken down and therefore okay to play. And that's from Sean O'Sullivan. I don't think so, Sean. I may be able to play them, but it will stop certain things, like the money thing, like because you get a little bit of money when people watch. I mean, seriously, point something of a penny, you know, but cumulatively it can add up. So if I was to do that, I probably won't have no adverts in it at all. You know, I do actually remove a lot of the adverts for you. You don't get any adverts now on the live show, do you? But once the live is finished, if anyone's watching this as a recording, you would have seen adverts. But believe me, I take a lot of them out. If there were like 20 adverts in 2 hours, I'd probably leave you with 8. Yeah, because it's just so many adverts on YouTube. And they start so quickly, don't they? You get a minute of the show and they shove an advert on. It's too much. It's too much, isn't it? Thank you, Sean, from Tipperary. Yeah. Carl, TikTok. Hang on a minute, where we are. Where we are. Sunday dinner by your mum is the best food of the week. There you go. Look at that, eh? There you go. Okay, all right. There we are. Right, okay, so that's that done. Bum, bum, bum. Right, where are we? Big G, on a lighter note, I do 2 different courses. Yeah, he does different courses at an adult college. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, I think I'd quite like to, to find a college that would teach me music technology. Remember, I'm no expert playing keyboards. I'm very limited to what I could do. I can't play in any key, certainly not. But the organ at church, it has this button, and you can go up or down 3 keys, which is just enough to be able to get in the correct key, or maybe very close to it. You can get really close to it, you know. So generally, I'll play. Those of you that are musicians, and I'm not a musician. I don't class myself as a musician. I'm a have-a-goer. Like I said right at the beginning of the program. I'm a have-a-goer. I will have a go, right? And I can play in C, G, or F. So I can generally do 1 sharp, or 2 sharps, or 1 flat, and that's about it with the black keys, really. And then by that little button going up or down 3, it generally comes in the right place there. There's Marion from the church. Shit, where were you this morning, Marion? Very disappointed you weren't there. There was a little place for you, and I looked back and it was empty. Paul had to sit next to me and put up with my comments. He's off. I think he's off to Scotland this week, so he's not sure whether he's going to do the EM or not next week, or the readings, one of the two. I can't remember Marion now. He's a great man, he isn't he, Paul? I have a great, and Anne was the other side of me, you know. So we're all, me and Anne are usually naughty and then chatting away. Anyway, Marion says the Credo sounds much better on YouTube than it did on the WhatsApp version. Oh, that's strange. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I suppose it would do. If you're listening on a phone, it wouldn't sound as good. He's actually done 2 versions of that, and they're kind of, you know, quite. They're not rough. They're just, some of the notes are wrong. But he's not like, never heard that before, the Credo. Never heard it. That's the first thing I sent him. Blooming good job. Would be great at the Easter Vigil if you got it sorted. Well, I've got to ring him up tomorrow about that. I've got to go in for a meeting. When I said to him, he said, you do know that's the most complicated mass of the year, don't you? And I'm like, is it? He said, yeah, there's 7 psalms. I said, what, you want me to do 7 psalms? He said, no, we won't do 7 psalms, but there can be. So I've got to go in and see him. Not Tuesday because he's got the radiotherapy on Tuesday, isn't he? I think it's going to have to be either tomorrow, if he gets the message in time, I don't know, or Thursday, or the week. I can do the week after. Loads of dates the week after, except on Tuesday the week after. Actually, I'm in the Royal Free for my 2-yearly blood thing, and I'll mention the stomach thing to him as well. There. Yeah, I so agree with you, Marion. I so agree with you. Mark Bowles just played the Regina song. It's a banger. Yeah, it's really good, that, isn't it? Day by day. Day by day. He was highly amused by the joke, 3 puffs on the chair. How'd you get him to sit on it, turn it upside down? Yeah, the Regina song is really good. Day by day. Look it up. In fact, I'll play it tomorrow morning for those of you that are with us for the radio show, boys and girls. I do a little radio show Monday to Friday between 9 and 10 o'clock. There it is there. Okay, except on Wednesday this week. Go to reachonair.com. Go to reachonair.com and here's a little listen button there for you to listen to, or you can watch it on Twitch. The information is up there now, okay? Just, I don't know if you want to scribble that down on a piece of paper. It tells you what to do there. Download Twitch, which is an app free of charge. It's like YouTube, but you can play music on there. Once you've downloaded that and signed up, all free, look for me. My username on there is Chris Reardon UK. All right. Oh, he's off on the Mondays, is he, Marion? Which means he wouldn't want to bump into me on a Monday. Would I be right of that, or would he want to? I don't know how that works. Would I be classed as work, so to speak? I suppose it would be. Thanks for being classed as work. Thank you, Marion. Linda in Leicester, too much fake on social media. Grow old gracefully. That's the best look. Keep it natural. I couldn't agree with you more. That Hannah Ricketts that I mentioned at the beginning of the show, again, I don't think she's had anything done to her face. I'm sure she hasn't. Lovely makeup she wears, I must say. She looks really good. Lovely hair and all that she's got, isn't she? Shania, here we go. The Easter Vigil is the most complicated mass of the year for everyone. I've already started looking through the missal, reminding myself, yes, it's a very, very complicated thing, according to Father Danny. Hopefully I'll be able to get me head around there. All right. Okay. Right, now how are we doing? A big G, added bonus for you. If you go to adult college, because you're a pensioner, you should get it free. Oh, you git. I'm not, though. 63 is not a pensioner. 67 is a pensioner. Thank you very much. Even Vera isn't a pensioner. Is she with us? Oh, no. Oh, no. Got somewhere to go to. But she's out tonight. She's got to be out tonight. She's got to be out tonight, hasn't she? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, Marion's texting in on the incorrect number. Oh, Marion, you were missed today. Oh, she's in Scotland. Da 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 da. Marion's in Scotland. That's why she wasn't at church this morning. He's very protective of his day off. Okay, so no contact with the church tomorrow. I'm going to go in. Does he sleep in? I'm going to go in the church straight after I've done the radio show. Go in, fire up the organ and pull down the red buttons. And play some really loud calls and see if he comes in. 3 psalms, you reckon? Okay. I know Sarah's going to be involved. You know, blind Sarah, who does the psalms. She's told me she's going to do the Exalter with no music, apparently. So that's cool, isn't it? Shania, look at Shania. If you need any help with anything, let me know. Thank you, Shania. Okay, let's a couple of unread ones there. Hang on a minute. Where are we going? Gary Ross is there. Good evening, Gary. Better late than never, aren't you, mate? Wow. 7:20 and you said hello. Blimey. Kevin in Edgware. Sorry, I forgot. Oh, we've read that. We read that, haven't we? Almost forgot about your life. I'm currently still working. Didn't I read that already? I'm sure I've read that one already. There we are. Okay. And emails are all up to date. All right, boys and girls. Shall we do a little bit of a quiz today? I want to do a quiz with you today. There are several quizzes we do in the radio show in the morning, and I've been meaning for weeks now to sort of introduce 1 or 2 of them to our little Sunday night show, but we never seem to get around to it. You know, I mean, even like I've got all these stories in front of me here. How many of these have we done today? Dangerous thing for social media. Oh, next short break I'm booked. I'm going to Germany in a couple of weeks for 3 nights. And I want to go to Cologne Cathedral there. And looking... Cologne. You call it Cologne. We call it Cologne. They call it Cologne. K-O-L-N. We call it Cologne. And I want to go to the cathedral there. I'll take my camera with me and see what... Perhaps I can do some other stuff in the 3 days that I'm there. I know there's a boat trip. But, you know, with the IBS, you don't want to go too far away. I'm sorry, it's awful. You can't go too far away from a bleeding toilet. You never know when it's going to strike. You really don't. And that's all we've done, isn't it? So, yeah, next short break, I'm booked. I'm going to Germany. Alemannia 12 points. Okay, that's where I'm going for my to Cologne. All right, so let's choose one of our little quizzes. Now, I think I'm going to give you the quiz that's make you going to think a bit. Because there are quizzes and you can look up answers and that's up to you. But that's not what it's about because it's not like prizes or anything like that. I know some people, they just want to be first all the time, don't they? And they really hate it when they drop down a little bit. They hate it. And I always remember this bloke. He came into this. We were doing this quiz karaoke night in Dulwich, which is in London, which I hosted, and I did that. I was doing this quiz, and he come up to me one night. He said, "Oh, Chris, I've got some friends with me tonight. Can I give you 20 quid, and can you make sure that I win?" Honestly, there are people like that. They can't bear it when they come second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, whatever. They must win all the time, you know. And apart from what I'm going to give you now, the other ones you can look up. You could look up the answers if you want. So it's entirely up to you whether or not you do that if we get to the other ones. But let's just try one out now and see what happens. You see, the funny thing is I could be overwhelmed with answers. That's the worry. But I'm prepared. We try anything once, dear. Anything once. I was even married once. Can you believe that? Right. Okay. Sadly, I now can't find the thing I've written down earlier. Oh, where's that gone then? Oh, it must be here. Oh, where have I put that now? Is it here? Am I just not seeing it? Hang on. Not jukebox jury, is it? We were talking about that the other day. What's that? What's that? Not Barry Manilow tickets. Nope, it's not that. Oh, God. I've thrown it away, have I? Oh, hang on, there's a bit of paper on the floor. Is this it? Aha! Yes. And don't think I've forgotten about the weight loss thing. Thank you very much. Those of you that might be doing a little bit of a weight loss thing with me, I have a spreadsheet. Yes, I did it myself. I'm very proud of that. I did a spreadsheet, so that's coming up as well. Right. Okay. So this one, out of all of them, I think this one will make you think because you've got to come up with your own original answer. Okay, your own original answer. By the way, that bloke at the pub who offered me the £20, I went to the manager. I said, "He's offered me £20 over there to win the quiz." He said, "He ain't, has he?" He said, "Have you taken it?" I said, No, I haven't. I can't do that." He said, "You should have taken it." I said, "No, I didn't take it. We don't do bribes here. They do it at the karaoke. Oh, can I get on first? It's a £5. No, you can't. You wait your turn, same as everyone else. No one jumps the queue, dear. No one jumps the queue. Unless you're in an ambulance and you've had a heart attack, then you can get past those 80 people waiting in the queue to be seen immediately, right? Okay, so it's going to be Blankety Blank, all right? The lovely Roy has written a little jingle for Blankety Blank, so I'm going to play the jingle and ask you the question.
It's Blankety Blank. Blankety Blank. Blankety Blank. Blankety Blank. Blankety Blank. Blankety Blank?
On the Chris Reardon Show.
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank.
Alrighty, have a listen to this. Harry Styles, just before performing at the Brits, said, "I haven't blanked for a long time." Harry Styles, just before performing at the Brits, said, "I haven't blanked for a long time." Change the word blanked for a word, words, or a phrase of your choice. Get your answers in, boys and girls. Text in your answer on 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or you can send your message in on the email just down there. Chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, all right? So once again, let's see what you get your answers in there. Try and make it funny, okay? And if you make it rude, I won't read it out. Please, come on. No rudeness, okay? Here it is again. Harry Styles, just before performing at the Brits, said, "I haven't blanked for a long time." Change the word blanked for a word, words, or phrase of your choice. To get your answer in, text it in on 07451 287 337. That's 07451 287 337. Or you can send your message in by email, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Play Blankety Blank.
It's blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blankety blank.
All right, I'll read your answers out as they come in. Sean says, Sean O'Sullivan says, Cone. What does QFA mean, Sean? Is that like a qualification type thing, like BA? I'm assuming it's like a qualification. I'm assuming you're a highly intelligent person, so I don't understand why you're watching this crap. Is it really? Is it better than The Only Way is Essex? Sean says, Cologne is pronounced close to Coulon. I used to live about 100 kilometres north of there in Munster, pronounced Munster, the town that had a medieval moat that was filled in and made into a cycling ring road around the old town. Amazingly, when you make good cycling infrastructure, people use it and the roads are less congested as a result. Well, it didn't happen in London, mate. Oh, have you ever driven in London? Most places build more roads and then they get more cars, more traffic, repeat cycle, and it goes on like that. How awful, isn't it? Just awful. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is, isn't it, really? You know, one of those things. But the roads in London are a blooming nightmare. Absolutely, there's too many cars and now too many cyclists as well. Like, it is chock-a-block, the roads in London. Awful. Right. Let's see, did we get any answers in for Blankety Blank this evening? Yeah, we've got Blankety Blank answers. Here we go, boys and girls.
It's blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank
On the Chris Reardon Show.
blankety blank, blankety blank.
Alrighty, let's play the Blankety Blank thing here, boys and girls. Harry Styles, just before performing at the Brits, said, "I haven't blanked for a long time." Okay, change the word blanked for a word, words, or phrase of your choice. Stu and Sarah says, hasn't washed. I don't know about it. He don't come across as a dirty person on the stage, Stu and Sarah. Thank you very much. Mark Bowles. No, not reading it, Mark. Big G, sung in key. Very good. Very, very good, Big G. Sung in key. Cosmic says tanked. Thank you, Cosmic. Jason Sun says, but yeah, no, I'm not reading that either, Jason Sun. I told you, keep it clean, love. How does that work? I haven't. No, I can't read that either. And Pierre, good evening, Pierre, says, I haven't given my dog a shower. Jane and Paul says, I haven't smiled. I've actually seen a video of him opening the Brits. I don't watch award shows. I have no time to watch award shows. I find them extremely boring. Very, very boring. However, I did see a Facebook post of someone who uploaded his opening number at the Brits. It was quite amazing, actually. He's doing all the dance moves, singing it. He's a huge star, he is. He really is a huge star, Harry Styles. So, yeah, thanks for joining in with that, boys and girls. We might do another one before the end of the show, okay? And, yeah, a little bit of blankety blank there for you, all right?
It's blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blankety blank.
Right, memorabilia, treasured keepsakes, or things from the past. Do you have any memorabilia? It could be anything. Look, this is memorabilia. Exterminate, obey the Daleks, release the bacteria. Dalek, that's memorabilia. Those two clocks up there. Our Disney Paris clock and Mr. Cogsworth, the Mickey Mouse, all memorabilia. Okay, I have over there a witch's thing. This is 27 years old now. One moment. It's quite heavy, this. It's very, very heavy. And it is evilness. Look, all them witches. Snow globe. Okay. A lad bought me this when we went to Paris Disney. Oh gosh, 26 years ago now. I took him and he bought me that, which is nice. A nice time. Always have a nice time going to Disney. I'm thinking I might like to go to Disney in Japan. I've already started looking, actually. And I was very concerned about the food. But then there's this boy who's on TikTok, just came up in my feed, I suppose because I'd been looking at Japan stuff, and he's in Japan. He's 17. He went on his own, just got off the plane. I don't know where he got the money from. Maybe nicked it from his mum and dad. I don't know. Piggle, I think his name is Piggle, Piggle, or something like that. Anyway, he's your typical young person, bit mouthy on there, swears a bit, okay? But nevertheless, he's in Japan, and he said, oh, look, right, let's go in some of the shops. And in these shops, they had sandwiches. Normal sandwiches. And they had crisps. And there was a KFC. And there was a Burger King. And through my own total and utter ignorance, I thought if you go to Japan, you won't be able to get anything like what we class as normal. It's not normal for them, I suppose, to have sandwich. I mean, I don't know. You know, I thought it was all noodles and sushi. I know, I'm stupid, aren't I? And in a way, it's rude to the Japanese or anyone who doesn't eat the same sort of food as us to assume that you would go to another country and not be able to, starve to death. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I could do with losing a little bit here. We've got our new spreadsheet, which I'll show you in a minute for those of you that want to lose a little bit of weight with me. And then after I saw that, one of the things he had in there was a Marks and Spencer's bought this out a while ago, a strawberries and cream sandwich. And he'd never had one before. Perhaps there's not a Marks and Spencer's near him. He's in Japan. He picked up this strawberries and cream sandwich and ate it and said it was one of the best things he'd ever had in his life. You know? Then he went to Burger King another day and I thought, oh, actually, it's not too bad at all. So I really would like to go to Disney in Japan. And there's one ride there that is not anywhere else, the Beauty and the Beast ride. I have seen this on TikTok and YouTube, and it is just wonderful, this little Beauty and the Beast ride going on there. And I really want to go on that. I also like to go on the bullet train and visit temples, things like that. It must be a Catholic cathedral or church, I'd like to see something like that. But yeah, it's the food and the toilet issue as well. I don't want to be anywhere too far away from a toilet. It's just terrible. Oh Lord. Anyway, so I'm looking at that. Anyway, back to the memorabilia thing here. Because Someone's got something on sale for £75,000. Would you want this as memorabilia? Actually, what items do you have as memorabilia? Let me know. To join in the show, just a reminder, gang, I'm not in the chat box. I'm not in the YouTube chat box at all. So if you're sending me a message on there, I can't see it. It just gets too jumbled up with everything else going on in there, with people talking to each other. All right, my darlings. So if you want to join in, either text me. The phone number's up there, 07451 287 337. Okay? Or send us an email, chris@chrisriordan.co.uk. All right? One of those two methods. Both of them are on the screen up there and down there. All right? Just use one of those. Send us a message. I'll very happily read it out for you or answer a question or whatever we've got there. Anyway, yes. These are blood-soaked boxing gloves. Blood-soaked boxing gloves worn by Muhammad Ali and Henry Cooper. You're right, Harry. Do you remember him, Henry Cooper? We loved him, didn't we? Henry Cooper, they're on sale for £75,000. What a bar. Oh, I can't wait. Where's the phone number? I want to ring them up immediately. Henry Cooper famously knocked down Muhammad Ali with his hammer punch during the fourth round of their first bout at Wembley Stadium in 1963, which is the year I was born. The blood-soaked boxing gloves worn by Muhammad Ali and Henry Cooper in their ferocious rematch are on sale for £75,000 as one of the sport's most macabre souvenirs. Cooper famously knocked down Ali in the fourth round of their first bout. The American fighter, born Cassius Clay, I remember that name, Junior, came back at Cooper in the next round. Anyway, they're on sale. Boxing promoter Jack Solomons gifted both pairs of the gloves from the rematch to a wartime British Navy middleweight champion who passed them on to his son. They've since passed into the hands of a private collector who is selling the gloves at Heritage Auctions of Dallas, Texas. Oh, how much do we all miss Dallas, girls? I love it. I love it. The red 8-ounce gloves. Is that heavy? 8 ounces? I don't know. The red 8-ounce gloves were made by Bailey's Glastonbury and Ali's were marked MA, M-A. Ali's gloves are covered in dark staining, which is believed to be Henry Cooper's blood. Is that something you'd want to own? Bits of someone's blood? Do people collect bits of... Well, you know... They do, don't they? I won't elaborate on this too much, but those in the know will know what I'm talking about when sometimes you get a relic turn up somewhere. Two of you, I'm talking to two people there who will know exactly what I mean. You get a relic turn up somewhere, don't you, for a period of time. Is that kind of the same thing? I don't think I want to own a pair of gloves with someone's blood all over it, whether it was like yesterday's or like 200 years ago. It's not doing it for me. Disney things, yes please, let's have some more. Always on the lookout for a new Disney thing that I might like. I don't go in there and buy everything. You know, something's got to jump out at me for me to buy it. You know, even out of a bush. I don't care. I live in the hope one day I'm walking past these bushes around here and Mark Bowles jumps out. Hi, Chris! Yeah, I don't think that would be the sort of thing. Do you have any memorabilia, boys and girls? Patricia in Manchester says, I keep memorabilia, Chris, such as Dad's old coins that he left me and autographs. I've got old coins somewhere. Mark Bowles would be interested in those. He collects coins, I think. Mark, hang on, are they here? Or have I put them somewhere else? Are they up? 1 minute. I don't know. Hang on. Is that over here? What's in here? Yeah, baby. I got them. I got some of them. What's the time? 20 to 8. Gosh, isn't it late? I'm a bit hungry now. I've got old coins now. What's this here? Oh, they're all just chucked in a box. Let's see what this is. That's... Oh, Elizabeth, 1970... Can you see that? Oh, yeah, you can. 1977, baby. Queen Elizabeth. How much do we miss her, eh? I miss her so much, the Queen. Don't get me wrong. I like Charles. I like Charlie Boy. The Queen, oh, how much. She was like her mum, weren't she? You know what I mean? Anyway, there's the back of it. So it's a 1977 one. Is that worth anything? I've no idea. No idea. Would I sell it? Probably not. No. You just nice thing to have. What reminds you? 77? What was I? 63, 73? I was 14. 14. Now 63. I blinked and I was 63. Never complain about being old. A lot of people don't get there. What else is in here? I don't know what this is. Who's that on there? Oh, I think it's a foreign one, that is. SV... What's it? 25 pesetas. They don't use them anymore, do they? I don't know if you can see that. I think that's the Spanish bloke on there. There's all sorts of bits in here. Oh, there's a couple of francs. Well, they don't use francs anymore, do they? That's a franc. I recognise that. 1 point... L50, whatever that means. L50. Gosh, I'm just trying to find... Oh, now that looks interesting. Now that's got the Queen's head on it. Where's this from? Oh, it's a shilling. I've got a shilling here. Or is it 5 shillings? It's got a 5 on it. And it's got... I think that's George. I'm trying to... Yeah, is that George? Can anyone see? Is that George? That looks like George to me. And on the back, it says 5. So I think that might be 5 shillings. Yeah. There's a few bits and pieces here. Oh, I thought that was a 10 pence then. Do you know, that looks like a 10 pence. Shall I give that over in Aldi when they're not looking? As a load of other 10 pences. And there's one more here. I don't know what this one. Definitely the Queen on there. Yeah. There's the Queen. And on the back is... I can't see it. Looks like a pigeon or something. Any idea what that is? Mark, can you help? Can you see that or not? It's really difficult to get you to be able to see it, actually. Yeah, look. Queen on, and that's on the back there. I can't read the writing. Maybe if I put a light on it. Hang on a minute. Let's put a light on this and have a look. It's very warm in here, I must say. I haven't got the heating on, have I? No. It says... It says... It looks like Rhodesia or Indonesia. It's worn down, the trouble. Rhodesia. So is that South Africa? Yeah, we got someone here from there, haven't we? South Africa. Look, it says Rhodesia on it. What is that then? Anyone know what that is? But it's got the Queen's head on it. I think it was something to do with South Africa at some point, weren't we? My history isn't good at all. And then I have here also my old BT when I was an operator. Look at my pay here. Oh, there's my old address when I was married. Hang on. I shall cover that up. Well, not that it doesn't matter anymore, does it? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't live there anymore. Don't live up. Mind you, I'll cover it up just in case. There we are. Look. That's a week's wages there. £78.17. Thank you very much. Yes. Old blooming... Gosh. Oh, and there's an even older one. £71.27 for a week's work. We all used to get paid cash at BT when we was operators. Once a week on a Friday, this trolley would come around. No security people, pushed around by one of the supervisors, and then we'd get a little envelope with one of these in, and that would be our wages. Remember that? Let's have a look here. Hello to the Careys. Hello, Careys. Hi, Chris. You are one kind. One of a kind. Oh, I don't. Can you imagine that, the Careys? What if there was a load of me? That'd be frightening, wouldn't it, really? Eh? Just imagine if there was a load of me in the world. Hi, Chris. You are one of a kind. Me and my 3-year-old son, Alfie. What's it all about? Alfie! Hello, Alfie. All right, little boy. Love listening to you. Thanks for all the effort you make for everyone. Very true. You speak to someone stupid and you will get stupid back. It's true. It's nice to be nice. And yes, I will lose some weight. Help would be appreciated. Much love. The Careys. We're going to come to that next. Okay, the whole weight thing. I did intend to do it much earlier. Gary Ross has got a United Kingdom talk clock, hat and water bottle. Now, Gary is going back to the time where I actually used to do one of these every morning at 9 o'clock. One of these. Now, I just one a week now because I do the radio thing now. And my favourite thing to do in a week is the radio thing. I love it. I love it. This is quite close, but it's not my favourite thing to do. I still like doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. You know, it's not like a job. I don't rely on this to bring me money. Although, to be fair, a little bit has started to come now. I think last month I got £200 last month, I think. And I've never had that off YouTube. Never had that. I think it's 200. And the one before was 140. I could look them up. Do you want me to look them up? You're not bothered, are you? About 140 quid. That's all right. I used to get 60 quid a year. So that's a vast improvement. And it's because you're watching. So thank you very much for making me a tiny little bit more money. Thank you very much, my darlings. It is appreciated. All right. I'm glad you enjoy it, the Careys. I'll tell you in a moment, okay, about the weight loss thing. Big G says I would class my CD record collection as memorabilia. Yeah, you're right. As they go through the different stages of my life from the age of 15. Can you remember that far back, lovey? Wow. That's a word. Just proves you haven't got dementia, darling. Or Alzheimer's. Well done. Well done. 15, buying my first record with my first wages to around the age of 40. Plenty of stories to tell there, yeah. I read Gary. Where's Gary Ross's one? Yeah, there he is, Gary Ross. Yeah, we used to give things away. We were playing different quizzes for prizes. The problem was, I was doing a bingo night, which was I loved doing it, the bingo night, but it got quiet. And if it had built, then we could have made money. I was giving away prizes at cost to me, and it was getting a bit silly. It was getting to like 120. Was it £125 worth of stuff you were going at every week? It was just costing me. It was more the postage than anything else. So I stopped. If it had got busier, then the hope was that would have covered the prizes, you see. But it didn't. It didn't really get busier, which was a shame. I loved doing the bingo night, believe me. Really loved it. If I ever wanted to start it again, I get the feeling the same thing would happen, and generally I can see what's going to happen further down the road, you know. So if I was filthy stinking rich, and believe me, I'm not. I know some people think I am for some reason, but I'm not. If I was filthy stinking rich, I'd happily, you know, send out, you know, the top prize £500, you know. It wouldn't bother me. If I was someone like, you know, the Amazon man or the Microsoft man, and I fancy doing a little bingo show, and I'll do that, I'm quite happy to cover that, you know, but I'm not. And Gary's got, bingo and the weekly raffles, because we had a raffle every week as well. Everyone would get a ticket. Some people were cheating there, you know, and they'd set up automatic emails. And then when I didn't do a show once, these emails were coming in. Why are they sending in emails? There's no show. Well, they'd set up a thing on timer, wouldn't they? There's always people trying to get one over on you. Always. Always. Yes, it is cheating. Yes, it is. Shania works with a lady who has second and third class relics. There you go. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Dean has sent me some photos. I'll have to look later, Dean. I can't do photos at the moment, mate. Patricia in Manchester. Sister Pat confiscated plenty of my collection while at school. She keeps memorabilia, Chris, such as Dad's old coins that he left me and autographs. She's got Boy George and Sooty and Sweep. I can't remember the rest. So she's got loads of bits and pieces there, haven't you, love? Sean, the QFA. Sorry, I put that on an email while I was looking for work. QFA is Qualified Financial Advisor. I've got one of them. I studied for 2 years to be allowed to give financial advice on financial products for banks. Funny thing is, I've never actually had a job that required it. Oh, it's just how it is, isn't it? But if looking for work in Irish banks, they always hire you over someone who doesn't have it. And starting scale for pay is about £5,000 in a difference. Wow. At the lower jobs level in banking. Full title is Professional Diplomats in Financial Advice, which entitles me to use the full letters LIBQFA. Through a bilateral agreement, he's also a European financial advisor across the EU. The UK equivalent is Diploma for Financial Advisors. Thank you, Sean, for correcting me there. Thank you, Sean. Matt Martins, regarding memorabilia, my favourite item is a Masonic prayer shawl that was handcrafted in Jerusalem, Israel. And I've been lucky to have gone there twice in my life. I hope to go back there at some point. Not possible at the moment, is it? It means so much to me that I'm literally asking to have it buried with me when I pass away. Well, I hope that ain't too soon, Matthew. We can't afford to lose viewers, not on this channel, dear. We're desperate for viewers here. Desperate. Don't go anywhere. Please, no one die while I'm doing these shows. Dear me. I noticed in your Saturday show that it seems there's no shortage of squirrel activity in your yard. Correct. There's lots of squirrels in the garden. How many squirrels would you say you have motoring around your yard on any given day? At least 10,000. Sometimes I can't get out the door. I have to ask the cat to come over. Here, kitty. I don't know its name. Here, kitty. He comes over. The squirrels run a mile. They run a mile. And he's tail up in the air going like that as it walks towards me for another handful of Chris's biscuits. How soon will you be travelling to Cologne? Kind of halfway through March, towards the end of it. Only for 3 days. Really looking forward to that. Did you purchase your flight and hotel booking with BA? Correct. I did indeed do that. Yeah. So happy to hear you're considering visiting Japan. I'm told that foreigners can find absolutely everything they need at a widespread convenience store called 7-Eleven. Loads of those in America. That's correct. Yeah, that's where that boy went. What's his name? Piggly? Something like that. 7-Eleven, which is an international Japanese-owned convenience chain. My 9-year-old son, Jake, wants me to take him there in the worst way. Oh, he's into Pokemon. Massive Pokemon, isn't it? I know nothing really about it. I think you go around with your phone looking for things hiding in places. Something, I don't know. None in the church, apparently. The kids stop. The little ones, if their dads or mums are in the choir, the little ones talk to me. And they haven't mentioned that they've found any Pokemon characters hiding anywhere in the church. Possibly, behind the organ or, up the candle. He's into Pokemon and they have a massive flagship store there he wants to visit. On top of that, he wants to check out the popular bullet trains. Hello? I'm with him on that one. I want to go on the bullet train. Regarding your comments concerning confrontation, I think you forgot to mention there is a noticeable exception rule for you. Is it noticeable? Concerning humour, I was curious if you have ever seen the BBC show Mrs. Brown's Boys and did you enjoy it? No, I didn't. It didn't do anything for me. You see, that's the new comedy again. It doesn't do anything for me. Austin, Rhodesia is now called Zimbabwe. Thank you for correcting me on that one, all right? Mark Bowles has still got his fridge magnets. Pens, mug, hat and water bottles. Come and collect some more, but Mark, come and have a look round. You can have a tour. Okay? The lady I work with has a first-class relic of St. Carlos Acutis. Oh, yes. And we'll be in Wokingham at the end of May. Thank you, Shania. Right, we've got to move on because I haven't got long left now, boys and girls. We're doing this weight loss thing. I have created a spreadsheet for the people that are on there at the moment. There it is. Okay? Can you see that all right? Or is it a little bit, small? It doesn't matter. Anyway, so we have those people on there at the moment. Perhaps you'd like to join in. If so, send us a message now and I'll add you to the list. We started last week. Kelly was 56.1 kilos. Big G, 19.7 stone. Paul, 13.7 stone. Terry Watts, 15 stone 7. Me, 13 stone 5.8. Tara Wells, 100 kilograms. And Beverly is 11 stone 6. So I have added today's weight there. So I've gone down a little bit. Not much, but it's in the right direction. I'm now 13 stone 5.2. If you're one of those persons and you want me to change you, to add you in column C, okay, where you can see my second weight has now been added, okay, go on there, send us a message, and I will add you to that thing there, okay? Big G is already telling me on Friday morning he was 19 stone 2 pounds. So where's Big G? So you've lost some weight there. Well done. I'm now changing that. You can't see me change it on the screen, okay, because that's like a photograph. Right, 19 stone 2 pounds. I've updated you. You now have 19 stone 2 pounds in column C, Big G. Anyone else who wants to add themselves to that, either send us an email, okay, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, with your either starting weight. Whatever your starting weight is, you'll be going in column C now. I can add your name to that and your starting weight. Or if you have already on the list and you want your next weight put on there, send us an email again, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, and I'll put your next weight in it. I'm not telling you how to lose weight. And if it goes up instead of down, please don't be embarrassed. No one's going to take the mick out of you. All right? I thought it might be an idea to try and do something together. I'm not giving you any sort of diet. That's up to you. All right? So there we are. Dean said he's going to take me ghost hunting one night. Ooh, I don't know about that, really. I don't think you should muck around with spirits and things like that. I have one here. I have a spirit here. It's never ever made itself known to me, but other people it has who have stayed here over many years, although the last one was about 25 years ago, who had some experiences in here that frightened the life out of them. So I do believe I do have a spirit here, and it looks after me rather than anything else. All right? Okay, boys and girls, I think we're nearly out of time this evening. I've got a nice vegetarian casserole from Marks and Spencer's, and I'm going to have in a moment. I just wanted to show you one picture here. I met a star last night who turned up at the karaoke. Let me show you a picture of her. Any idea who that is? Does anyone recognise that little picture of that? And she was absolutely delightful, that lady. She was so nice. She was chatting away to me. Her name is Amanda, and she was on Casualty. And she came onto the stage and with her friend, and they start singing. Oh, no, they didn't start singing, so I picked up the mic. I said, okay, so it's Amanda. And I'm like, oh, are you? And she said, oh, please don't say anything. No, okay. No, this is Amanda and Nick, I think it was. Nick was the bloke. Yeah, it was a bloke. Sorry, she was on and they sang the song, and I went down and saw her afterwards, and we had a little bit of a chat. So it was great. See, Chris Reardon meets the stars, doesn't he? Yes. Just a few weeks ago, we bumped into Young Blood, didn't we? Do you remember Young Blood? Yes, of course you do. The very famous rock singer. He's a really nice he was really nice. Very down to earth he was, and chatting away and all that. So lovely to see him. Anyway, time to go. Thanks very much for joining me, boys and girls. I'll be doing my little radio show tomorrow morning. Perhaps you'd like to join me. 9 o'clock is showtime, okay? Reachonair.com. Just type in reachonair.com and click the listen button, and you'll be able to join in there. If you can't make it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Tuesday. I don't think I can do Tuesday night this week. No, because I might be able to. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Thanks for joining us. Another one of these for you next week. Have a nice evening. Cheerio now. I can't find the stop button. Where is it? There it is. I don't know what I'm doing. Ta-da.